From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Braden Neville.
On today's episode, Ticats legend Simoni Lawrence, and one of the most polarizing figures in the history of Hamilton sports, announces his retirement, and he sits down with RJ Broadhead, and he also speaks with members of the media to discuss his decision to retire and so much more. It's Thursday, February 15th, 2024, and this is Ticats Today, a historic day in Hamilton, one that was filled with tons of emotions if you're a Ticats fan, or even if you're a CFL fan for that matter, as the Ticats all-time leader in tackles, Simoni Lawrence, has officially announced his retirement. And as expected, there was an outpour of responses on social media, with several fans showing their gratitude to a man who, let's face it, gave so much to this city. Ticats safety Stavros Katsantonis writing, "It has been an honor to play alongside a future Hall of Famer. Not only that, but the example you set off the field and outside of football with your work in the community is unmatched. Much respect, my guy. I'll see you around the hammer." Tiger Sammy saying, "Simoni, it's been a pleasure watching you over the years. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." One fan even writing, "Big Angelo has been the face of proud Ticats Nation. I believe you found a place right beside him." And then another fan, Mallory, writing, "Simoni, we love you. This brought me to tears. Thank you for everything. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for accepting us. We will miss you on and off the field, but we're so thankful you're staying with us." And the messages go on and on with positive comments for number 21 and the incredible career he had here in Hamilton. Lawrence did announce that he will be staying with the Ticats and will be the team's official brand and community ambassador for Hamilton and the Hamilton Sports Group, ensuring he will remain a fixture in the greater Hamilton area for years to come. I was at the press conference, and there was a lot of emotion there. Simoni did a great job at holding it in, but you can tell there was a lot of people there that were sad to see him go, but also happy to see him stay in some respect. And today, Simoni Lawrence sat down with the Ticats Audio Network's voice, RJ Broadhead, to discuss retiring, his incredible career, and his career after football.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats all-time leading tackler and the heart and soul of the Tiger Cats for over a decade, Simoni Lawrence. This is a big day. You have an announcement. I'm going to let you tell us what that is.
Oh, man, I'm graduating from football and moving up in the world, of course. You know what I mean? 10 years of being a hitman for the Ticats. Rewarded.
Let the body heal.
Let's go, right? Get to wake up and see what it feels like to be a regular human being, you know? I'm excited.
Welcome to the club. So you're calling it a graduation, and some would say retirement. Why are you saying graduation?
It doesn't stop, you know, like, the lucky folks that get to retire, like when they're done playing, they're done. They get to go hang out and chill. Like when people retire from UPS, you know, they're not going to, you know, keep going up, just going up.
Well, looking back to last year, you were the Tiger Cats' most outstanding defensive player. You were top 10 in the league in tackles. I know there's probably some fans out there thinking, Simoni, why aren't you coming back? Could you have played another year? But is this a case, we see it a lot with athletes, that they hang around too long and the career starts to deteriorate? You're going out on top here. Is that part of the plan?
Yeah, that felt like, you know, just talking with everyone, like, you know, I was well aware that I could probably sneak out a couple of years, you know what I mean? But in anything, like when opportunity comes, it's when it's time to grow, you know, you pray on it, you talk about it. I talked to my parents about it, and they thought this was the best option for me. You know, I'm not getting any younger, and I know like any injury is not going to heal as fast as it used to. And like there's things that go on throughout the season that the fans aren't aware of, like draining my knee before a game and stuff like that. You just don't know when those things will ever pop up again, and might as well go out on top, right?
That's right. Yeah, you've got a lot of life to live, and you want to be healthy for it. I remember you told me, I think it was last year, that your goal going into that season was to be at every practice.
Yeah.
Explain that.
It's just like the little things always equal up the big things for me, especially throughout my career. Like, I'm one of those guys, I go to practice, give it my all. And I know if I'm at practice doing what I'm supposed to do every day, then you're going to get the best results of a Simoni Lawrence. So that was my goal, to be the best. Yeah.
So this has all come about pretty quick, but when you look at your career, 3-time CFL All-Star, 5-time East Division All-Star, 3-time East Division Most Outstanding Player, top 10 all-time in the CFL in tackles. A lot of guys have a career. This is a phenomenal career. Have you sat back and digested it a little bit yet?
Not yet. I'm still running like a bunch of different and mixed emotions and stuff. I'm just trying to stay settled, stay even, because, you know, if I get to any kind of way, I might bust out and start crying. I got to stay heavy, you know what I mean?
So that emotion we saw in the field is...
Yeah, you got to check that off the field, for sure.
Well, your career is fascinating. 2010, for a couple of years, you bounced around the NFL, and then in 2012, you made the decision to come to the CFL. When you look back to 2012, what did you know about the CFL?
I didn't know anything about the CFL. Honestly, I didn't even know where Edmonton was on the map. I just was like, it's up, like near Alaska. So let's get the snow gear, get that Simoni mobile out, right? Thank you, Hamilton. But like, yeah, I didn't know anything. And the cool thing was the adjustment was so good because I had a live television crew. I did a reality television show in Edmonton that whole first year. So.
Well, and let's just explain the Simoni Lawrence. There was a contest in Hamilton to name a snowplow, and you beat out even Taylor Drift. So that's how popular you are in Hamilton.
Taylor Drift. I rate Taylor Swift for sure.
So the trade in 2013, it'll have to go down as one of the most lopsided in CFL history. You and Jeremiah Masoli come to the Tiger Cats, and all due respect to Nathan Kanye, played a couple of years Canadian linebacker in Edmonton, but Masoli was great as a starting quarterback in Hamilton, and you're the all-time leading tackler in Tiger Cats history. So that was a real pivotal moment in the Tiger Cats organization. What did you think the time the trade was made? Because you didn't play a ton as a starter in Edmonton, and you came to Hamilton and excelled.
I feel like it was everything that needed to happen. The thing is, like, when I was in Edmonton, I was playing football, but I wasn't playing football, you know what I mean? And, like, I decided to go back to school at University of Minnesota, and I was just like, I don't think I'm going to go back out to Edmonton. And I was like, God heard me say that. He's like, oh, you're not quitting. So I guess that's why I got traded to Hamilton. I was closer to my family. It was more a young, up-tempo team, type my vibe. And it was fun. It was the best thing that happened to me, for sure.
The city of Hamilton. You clicked in the city, too, not just on the field, but Hamilton loves you. What was just right there with that fit?
It's just like the realness of Hamilton, you know what I mean? Like, you can be your authentic self around people like Hamilton. I love it. Like, you can just talk to them. Like, it's a feeling that you just gotta know what's up. Like, it's one of those, you can't fool the city, know what's up type thing. You just know, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, Hamilton has your back all the time, but did you find when you'd go to other cities that you weren't as well liked, but you seem to embrace that? Did you like that role when you'd be a visitor?
Yeah, for sure. Like, everybody loves that. You know what I mean? Like, I play for Hamilton. That's my squad. That's who I rep. So, like, we go to Saskatchewan. Funny story. We was in Saskatchewan this year, and there was this fan just heckling me the whole game. Oh, you suck, somebody. And you guys know what we did to Saskatchewan, right? So I come over to the sideline. By the end of the game, the fan just took his hat off, and he did this. Saskatchewan fan. I was like, no way. I was like, thank you, sir. And he was just like, I was like, all right, respect it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like clips.
When you look back, Simoni, there's so many great games, great years. The 17 tackles in 2019 in Winnipeg, that was a record. What stands out to you when you look at your career?
Probably... What year was that when we went to Toronto in the Dome? Courtney, what year was it when we were in Toronto in the Dome? 13. All right, so that was such an exciting year because it was like we're all young kids on my block. I'm this new kid, just starting wheel linebacker now, and we go to Toronto, And then I'm like, yo, everybody, let's go to the middle of the field. So we go to the middle of the field and we do the body bag chant at Toronto in the Dome. Ended up winning that game. That was such a vibe. Yeah, that was a vibe for sure.
So the accolades are there. Have you thought about what number 21 and Simoni Lawrence is going to look like in the Wall of Honor at Tim Hortons Field?
Oh, man,
It's going to happen.
I'm just grateful, you know what I mean? Grateful to be able to play football this long just for one organization for 10 years, you know, and achieve all these accolades. And, you know, everybody says it's a Simoni Lawrence Award, but it's everybody. You know, a lot of people had to do with my career and my success just to keep me up and help me move forward in life. So I'm forever grateful for everybody that took a part of Simoni Lawrence, for sure.
So close to a Grey Cup so many times. Is that a bit of a void for you?
I mean, it hurt, you know what I'm saying, because we played to win the game, you know what I mean? I've been to 4 of the Grey Cups, lost all 4. It's just part of the game, going out like Charles Barkley. He's not doing bad.
And for fans, you're not disappearing. You're going to be around the organization. What's next for you, Simoni?
For sure. So I'm accepting a role as the brand and a community ambassador. So, you know, I'm just going to be out in the community making sure I'm making plays for everybody, you know, just making sure everybody's being seen, being heard, being repped, and, you know, getting what they need to get.
And there's a big ceremony coming up, the graduation, February 21st.
We're having the graduation. You know, I need everybody to get their tickets as fast as possible. And, you know, it's my first job as the community ambassador.
It's got to be successful.
We're gonna raise some money for Food for Kids. Why not? You know what I mean? All proceeds go to Food for Kids. So, you know, we're just gonna keep putting the money in the people who need it. You know, especially like Food for Kids. You know what? One of my favorite organizations. So, like, just keep putting the money in the right places.
Absolutely. And the number 21 is easy to remember, February 21st, and a $21 donation.
I don't know who came up with that idea. That was genius.
Well, Simoni, just an amazing career. You're going to be around the team as brand and community ambassador, and staying in shape just in case.
I'm going to stay in shape just because I need it for sure. But, you know, there's always a price for sure, yeah.
Well, Simoni, an amazing career. You're definitely going to be missed on the field, but this is a celebration for all you've accomplished. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
That was Simoni Lawrence and RJ Broadhead. Simoni's career is one that will be remembered for many reasons. In 2023, he entered the CFL's all-time list, top 10 in tackles. He is the Ticats' all-time leader in total tackles with 734. He's the leader in defensive tackles with 727, and he also holds the record for most tackles in a game with 17. To say this guy is a first-ballot Hall of Famer and deserves to be put in as soon as possible is an understatement. He is one of the greatest Ticats of all time, not only for what he's done on the field, but what he's done off the field, because his charity work and the stuff he's done in the community, it might not go as noticed as what he's done on the field, but he's always been great over the years at giving back to the community, and just a guy who was so deserving of everything that he accomplished. He also spoke to media today about looking back on his Hall of Fame career.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to see all you beautiful people in here. You know, if nobody told you guys, I'm done playing football and I'm graduating to the Big Boys League, go hang out with the big boys. Super grateful for everything that this city has brought to me and my family. And, you know, I put out a press release and, you know, I'm just here to answer questions because I don't want to get too emotional here. So any questions, I'm here for you. The reason that me and Hamilton click so well is because I come from a similar part of like Hamilton. Upper Darby, Pennsylvania is very similar to Hamilton. The people are very similar. You guys ever go on vacation, go to Upper Darby, and you know you'll feel right at home like you've been in Hamilton for sure. So like I just could relate for sure. So yeah, I mean I've been studying for the job for a long time. It's been my side hustle while I've been playing football. It was tough, you know, not winning a Grey Cup. We played a game to win a Grey Cup, but I had a great career. And Charles Barkley, going out like Charles Barkley, you know, he's still doing well, so it's all right. just enjoying the different moments with the people, you know. Like, football is such a aggressive game, but, like, you get in the locker room and you see how soft everybody really is, you know what I mean? And it's just, like, the bonds you create with the guys, the relationships you create with the coaches, and just, like, all the different players even around the league. Like, you know, you're like, oh, I hate this player. And then you meet them like, oh, what's up? You're not that bad, you know what I mean? So just the people for sure. The decision was real hard, you know, like, you think about it, you're like, I can keep going. I got some more in me. But, you know, it's like I always say, I live in a world where I just do what makes sense. And, you know, the position and offer that I got from the Hamilton Ticats off the field was good for myself and my family. Like, come back in the 4-5. Nah, I don't think football like that. Nah, I'm good, man. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, for sure. I think that I was always surrounded by great people. I think that's one thing that the Hamilton Ticats always done for me and myself in my career, is surrounding me by such great human beings, great players, and just like great staff, and everybody working on the common goal, and that's to win. And, you know, I could always tell just by being in this building for sure. So, like my man said just now, it's the same thing I've been doing, just in the community, making sure everything's flowing. Oh, my dad, he's one of those guys where it was like, Marco, make sure you're preparing for after football. Make sure you're preparing for after football. And I'm just like, Dad, I'm going to play football so good, like, it's not even going to matter, you know what I mean? And, you know, he's happy that, you know, he believed what I said, and it kind of, like, came true. And my mom, she's like, I can finally watch Ticat games, you know, because my mom, she pre-records all the Ticat games and watches it to see if we won or lost, so it doesn't mess with her heart. Oh, man, it was a long process. I went through every single emotion you could think of. I went through the emotion of, like, all right, I'm going to get a new agent. Let's figure this out. We're going to keep it moving. And then I was like, man, went to some hockey games. Shout out to Scott. And and just talked it through, you know, like, in the game of football, it's like, it's a young man's sport for sure. You know, I'm extremely blessed to be able to play football for as long as I did for Hamilton for 10 years and not really get any major injuries and stuff. And, you know, God know when to hold them and fold them. So it was time. The thing about Hamilton is they've been real loyal to me as a player, you know, like, there was times like they were like, if you want to stop playing football right now, we'll take care of it. We have something for you. And it's not something that's just been given, you know, like, that's something that I really respected when I was talking to Scott Mitchell, and he was talking to me. He was like, this isn't something that is like a handout, you know, you've earned everything that you're about to receive. So, like, that just made me feel good as a human being, you know, and ready for the next challenge.
That was Simoni Lawrence in front of a packed media center at Tim Hortons Field, and congratulations to him on an incredible career, and glad to hear he will stick around Hamilton in this new role as the team's official brand and community ambassador for the Hamilton Sports Group. A reminder, the Tiger Cats are looking for the next brand ambassadors to perform on game days and attend community events throughout the season. So auditions for that will be held March 3rd at Tim Hortons Field. Make sure to follow at Dance Cheer Ticats on Instagram for the most up-to-date information. A big day in Hamilton. Make sure to tune in tomorrow as we will have two of the newest Tiger Cats, Brandon Barlow and Luther Hakuna Vanu. That's all the time for today, and we will see you next time.